I'm gonna show you how easy it is to get streak-free glass on this C7 Corvette. Okay, this is actually one of my favorite topics to talk about because it's the thing that most detailers and most people struggle with overall, and it's glass cleaning. And it's not as complicated as people make it out to be. I'm gonna simplify the process for you right now. So what I have, this is for ease of use. I've got an auto fiber reacher kit. It's shaped like a hand in a way, and it articulates the head. That's gonna allow us to reach tight spaces. You'll see that shortly. And then this is an auto fiber smooth glass flip. It's got a higher pile on one side and a smoother stitch side on the other. And then we have Purist G1 glass cleaner. It smells great, it works great, and we're gonna use these in conjunction to get you streak-free windows. Come check it out. Okay, before we get started, I'm gonna give you 3 main tips to cleaning glass. Tip number 1 is always have a clean towel that you haven't used on any part of the car prior to cleaning the windshield. If you have a even slightly dirty towel from dust from the dash, you have a higher probability of leaving a streak on the glass. Tip number 2. Tip number 2 is always try to do the glass first without direct sunlight. It's very common occurrence you'll see in auto detailing that stuff is recommended to do out of the direct sunlight, and glass is no exception. We don't want to have the sun beating on the windshield as we're trying to spray product and clean the windshield. Tip number 3. Tip number 3 is a little more of an optional tip, but if you can clean inside one way, say vertically or horizontally, and then do the opposite on the outside, if you do come across a streak, you'll know immediately whether it's on the inside or the outside without having to get out of the car. Because if you do vertically on the outside and horizontally on the inside, you'll know that any horizontal streaks are something on the inside and any vertical streaks are on the outside. Okay, now the fun part, we're gonna actually start cleaning glass. I'm gonna use the higher pile side of the smooth glass flip to do the initial scrubbing of the windshield, and then I'm gonna use the smoother side to get the last of the streaks out. Now the double flip has multiple sides, so if one side gets saturated, don't hesitate to flip it out and get you a clean, dry side. Now I'm gonna shake up my Purist G1 glass cleaner. It smells really good, and I'm gonna spray it on the glass. You don't really need a lot of it, so don't oversaturate the glass or the dashboard. Now I'm gonna use the reacher kit or my hand if you don't have a reacher kit, and I'm gonna clean and scrub the glass using this reacher kit. And I'm gonna do my best to go horizontally on the inside like I talked about in tip number 3. That way on the outside, I can go vertical and we can make sure that we are streak free on this windshield. You see how the reacher kit allows me to get into all these little crevices and also allows me to reach the entire windshield from this seat alone. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn around and flip it around to the smooth glass side, and that's gonna get my final wipe, my final streak wipe. And what we're doing here is ensuring that there's no residue, and we're again using a clean side of the towel to eliminate the chance of streaking. Okay, if you get the reacher kit, it comes with 3 of these towels as a part of the package. And the reason is like I said, we always want a clean, dry towel. So this is a little bit damp from using it on the inside. This is not as much damp, but this is. So we don't want to reuse this again on the outside. So I'm gonna flip it over, and due to the construction, this is completely clean and dry. And so I'm gonna, again, spray the exterior of the glass with Purist G1, and then I'm gonna use the higher pile side, and whoops, we said we were gonna go vertical. So we're gonna go vertical, and then we're gonna flip it. No streaks, then I'm gonna come over and do that side. Now you can see a little bit easier on the outside. See how I'm leaving these slight streaks? That's what the smooth glass side is for, is to make sure that there's none of that residue and none of the streaking. All right, so don't overcomplicate glass cleaning. It's actually a simple process, and we just showed you how. I hope it helped.